Welcome to another edition of Mark's Inspiration. Thank you to my wonderful 1,664 subscribers. We're going to hit 2,000 by when? July? Is that what I said earlier? 2,000 subscribers by July. I can't do it without you, so share this with a friend, hit that like button, and subscribe. Follow me on Rumble. I've only got 2 followers on Rumble. Make it 3, 4, 5, 6. Also, if you're watching this on Instagram, I'm on YouTube at Mark Daniels, Mark's Inspiration. If you're watching this on YouTube, I am at Mark's Inspiration on Instagram. I'm also on Facebook, Twitter, and Rumble. I mentioned Rumble. Follow me on Rumble, Mark's Inspiration. Yeah, I mentioned that already. Okay. And if you'd like to get my help personally, my website is marksinspiration.com, and you can learn more about me there. Or you can email me at marksinspirationalguidance@gmail.com. Without further ado, modern women want a traditional man. Why is that? I talked about that this morning. But why do they want a traditional man? What does a traditional man represent? Besides misogyny, which is a lot of women say that nowadays, but it doesn't really. It represents strength. And why do they say they want a traditional man? Because we don't have many men of strength in the West today. Most men are feminine. Most men are weak. They don't know how to shake your hand and look you in the eye. They don't know how to deal with people face to face. They have social anxiety. They're weak. They're timid. They're not the type of men that women are attracted to. Women don't like nice guys, passive, supplicating men who are seeking their attention, their approval. They don't like that. And guess what? A traditional man does not do that. A traditional man is not necessarily a jerk. He just is centered in himself, his relationship with God. He trusts himself. He trusts that his life is his making. He takes responsibility. He knows that his life will be great with a woman or without a woman. We have way too many men that think if they just found that right woman, everything would be okay. Now, there's some truth in that, as there is in all misleading, ideas. If you get the right woman, you will excel more so than you will by yourself. The right woman can empower you. Now, on the contrasting side of that, the wrong woman can disempower you and bring you down to nothing. If you look at the pages of history, you can see where that's happened. Go study some history. So you must be very careful in choosing the right woman. But a lot of guys want to blame the women. Let's go back to the man. Are you the kind of man that deserves a high-value woman? And to me, a high-value woman is one who will stand behind her man. She will be his greatest cheerleader because she is wise enough to know that if her man succeeds, she succeeds. And she knows that as his best cheerleader, his support, his comfort when he comes home, his peace. A man doesn't want to come home and wonder where his wife is. He doesn't want his wife going out with the girls on the weekend, partying, dressing up real beautiful before she goes out. Oh, and they'll say, oh, he's insecure. No, he's not insecure. A man wants to know his woman is protected. And if she's out there drinking and partying with her girlfriends at some club, she is not protected. Of course, the woman's going to say something, well, don't you trust me? Don't you trust me? Yeah, how safe is a woman when she walks out of the club by herself to get a little fresh air? She's not, but a man can do it. He's not worried about it. That's the deal right there. Women and men are not equal. A woman cannot protect herself as well as a traditional, strong, masculine man. Now, there are exceptions. I'm not talking about that, the MMA fighters and such people as that. But a couple of classes in self-defense is not going to make a woman the kind of person that can protect herself in a dangerous situation. It takes years of learning how to fight by fighting before you can actually react positively and know what to do in those types of situations. And I have experienced them, so I know that from experience. And I knew what it was like when I didn't know how to fight and run into situations of danger. Night and day. And besides that, men are physically stronger. Another additional aspect of that is a man will not usually attack another man if he thinks the man's going to put up a good fight or if he thinks the man can possibly take him. Men who are going to prey on people pick the weaker, someone they think is victim type. And women are just easier victims than men. So she's not safe when she's out at the club with her girlfriends having a weekend out. It's just not cool. So a man doesn't want to have to worry about that. He wants to know when his wife is at home that she's trustworthy, she's loyal, she's faithful. And that gives him a sense of security. He doesn't need that, but if he has a woman, he needs that type of woman to be successful and to be even more successful. And that's what women today don't understand. They think they can run around just like a man does. Men and women think differently. He also doesn't want a woman who's been ran through, been with a lot of men. If you want to do that and you're a woman, that's fine. You have every right to. But what you have to realize is a man doesn't want to think about his woman being with all these other guys. A man is concerned about a woman's past. A woman is concerned about a man's future, what he's going to become, what he's capable of. Is he moving towards his goals, his vision, his purpose? Does he have a goal, a vision, and a purpose? A man just wants to know that he's married to a woman who can be stable, secure, raise his children up if he decides to have them. And most men want to have children. And that she's going to stay with him. She's not going to be looking around. She's going to be faithful. He doesn't want to have to worry about paternity, wondering if those kids are his. So if his wife is at home, taking care of the kids, cooking, cleaning, I know a lot of you women think that's terrible. She's not trapped. She's got a car. She can go out and do what she needs to do with the kids and have a life. You know, women used to be happy doing that. I don't see them too happy out now, gaining a lot of weight, working for the man, putting their kids in daycare. The natural inclination for a woman is to stay home and take care of her kids. Now, once they're in school, if she wants to get a job while they're in school, there's nothing wrong with that. If she can provide for her husband and her kids and still work a part-time job or full-time. But if you're putting your kids in daycare, someone else is raising them. I know this is going to go against the grain of a lot of women and some men too, some feminine men. But you don't need both incomes. You think you do? Well, get rid of a car. How about that? Have one car. Live in a 2-bedroom house. Or how about a 1-bedroom house with your 2 kids? Oh my God, what if you don't have 2 bathrooms? We're spoiled. We have so much. Yes, you have to work those 2 jobs. And you know who that benefits? The man. It doesn't benefit your children because they need to be with their mother and with you when they get a chance. It doesn't benefit anyone. The government, them, yes, they get double taxation at the expense of your children. Did we used to have school shootings? No, we never had that. Never had that. Because most of the women were home with their kids, raising their kids. Now we've pawned that off to daycare, which is a $47.2 billion industry, which generates $100 billion a year because of daycare in the national level. So think about that. It's not a valuable job. It's not that important, but yet look at the billions of dollars being made in daycare. And they're not being raised nearly as well as they could be with you, mom, at home, raising them yourself with your morals and your values and your beliefs and your truths, religion, non-religion, whatever it is you want to raise them. You don't think they're picking up what they're getting from the daycare people? You are, they are. You become part of what you are around. And even more so with a child, an impression period between the ages of 1 and 7 or 8, they don't have the conscious realization to reject or accept whatever's good or bad. They take it all in from the authority figures. So whatever your daycare workers are saying around them or saying to them, they're taking that in as truth, and you can't rebuke that because you're not there. Think about that. So, do you want your children learning whatever it is they're talking about there? Probably not. But then you say, well, I have to. I have to. No, you don't have to. Sacrifice a little bit. Cut down. Downsize. Don't like that word, do you? A lot of you don't. I don't like it either. I don't want to downsize. But sometimes we must do that. for the welfare of our family, and it will pay off down the road. It's not paying off now. As I said, look what's going on in our nation. Kids killing kids. We never had that before when the women stayed home with their children. A woman staying home with her children is an honorable, admirable, and wonderful profession, which doesn't get any admiration. It's actually belittled by most women, especially if they're talking to a woman who does that. They'll say something to her like, well, don't you work? Staying home with the kids is a 24-hour day, 7-day-a-week job, no sick days off, from the time they're born till the time they're what? 21, 18, whatever? Now, if you got family, grandparents that can take care of them sometimes so you and your husband can go out, or you want to get a sitter because it's important that you and your husband go out, that's one thing. But to put them in daycare 40, 50, 60 hours a week, how many women I've heard say, I wish I could stay home with my kids as they get in their Escalade or their expensive $70,000 or $80,000 car and drive away to their $500,000 home with more room than they need. Plus a storage shed to put stuff in that they bought that they don't need. That's what most storage sheds are nowadays. It's not about people moving, it's about people having more things than they need. We're so focused on things, we've forgotten about our children. Anyway, I was talking about traditional men. So, you as a man, and this is something else women don't get. I don't care how much money you make. I don't care what your career is. I don't care what kind of degree you have, because I'm going to take care of you and the kids. And you need to become the man that can do that. You complain about the women? What do you got to offer? What do you got to offer her? Can you give her the opportunity, if she wants it, to stay home and take care of the kids? Or do you both have to work just to scrape by? That's something to think about. What are you offering a woman? If you have nothing to offer, then why do you think she would want to be with you? Are you a good man? If you want a good woman, become a good man. That's it. Hope this has been of value to you. Share it with a friend. Thanks for joining me. Take care.